Hi friends, this is Maggie. Thank you for stopping by to see me today. I really appreciate it. Today we are going to continue working in the Paris journal. We're almost finished with it, and this hopefully might be the last video for it, and we will be finished with it. But we'll just see how it goes. We'll just get started and kind of see what needs to be done, and then we will take it from there. So here we are. I want to get the cover done today. I'd like to add some lace. There's a couple of things that need to be glued down, and I would like to stencil on the doilies that I have in here. So I think the first thing we're going to do is take care of this little guy, which will go right here. This is our antiquarian fold that will go in, and I do want to decorate this though before I put it in. And I've got some different things here. I've got some different things here to decorate it with. I think this is kind of pretty. And then I have this, but that won't fit. I've got this Marcel that goes on here. Oh, I've got this little envelope that I was trying to fit. I think this goes rather pretty on here. And I'm not sure how I use it. I could just tuck down the flap and kind of make this a little pocket up here, but you couldn't put much in it, and if I put little things in it, then they're liable to fall out. I can't put it this way because it's going the wrong direction. So I kind of like this way, and then making it a little flip. But I really like this piece on here too. There's really not room for anything but this on there, but I think it's quite pretty and matches pretty well. So I think I'm going to go with this. And I need to get something else that I forgot to get out. I'm sorry. I got some not sari silk, but crinkled seam binding that I want to get a piece to tie this closed with. This is not the right color pink. And I thought this was pink, but it's not really pink. It's more of a apricot-y color, but I'm trying to not dwell on that too much. I think I'll use this one right here. Let's put this aside. I brought out my little, it's crammed pretty full. My little bucket here of some trims and things that I would like to pull some out for the cover. All right, so let's put this on first. Let me trim this white off. I don't know if I want to ink around this or not. I hope everybody's well today. Today is Monday for me. You'll see this video tomorrow on Tuesday. I hope you had a lovely weekend. The weather here in Houston is so, I've said before, it's so fickle and funny. It's almost, this morning when I looked at the weather, it said mostly sunny all day. And mostly sunny all day. And rain. We're supposed to start getting some rain, but it wasn't supposed to be sometime in the middle of the night. That was just a couple of hours ago. Now I looked outside and it's windy and it's gotten kind of dark. The sun's gone away, and I looked at the weather and it says thunderstorm, rain will end in 6 minutes. Now, how could it have not told me 2 hours ago that it was going to rain in 2 hours, but yet it can tell me now that it's going to stop raining in 6 minutes? Crazy, crazy. Now, how was I going to do this exactly? How big is this? Not big enough to really take it underneath there. Although I suppose I could just run a piece underneath and tie it here, or I could put an eyelet here, which I'm not real crazy about doing because this is it's good cardstock, but it's not heavy cardstock. I could just put a little Velcro dot here, but I think what I might do, I love this crinkled seam binding and I don't use it often enough, partially because it's not inexpensive by any means, but I do love it, and I get this usually, oh, what is her Etsy shop? Oh, here, it should be right here. My scrapbook cabin shop. I know you won't be able to see this, but it says my scrapbook cabin shop, and I'll try to link her Etsy store. She has so many colors of this, and it's so nice. Like I said, I really enjoyed doing this, and apparently this is something that you could do for yourself. You could make yourself, but when I've even glanced at a video about it, it seemed kind of time consuming. So I opted not to do it. Alright, so maybe this might be too long. So what I think I'm going to do, because I would like this to kind of stick out over the edge, this crinkle binding. So it'll be glued down here. Just trying to make this even as I can. Yes, I hope you all had a good good weekend. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on here just to hold this down. Come on, Fabri-Tac. Hopefully it won't come erupting out of there. I'm just eyeballing this. I hope this is in the center, sort of. So I think that's going to hold. I think I'm going to put this down with Fabri-Tac just because string from it, just because this crinkle binding is under here. Oh, I want to ink this just a little bit, not a lot. I'm not going to round the corners on this, although I guess I could with a small corner, with a the smallest one, because that is a little round circle there in the corner. Yeah, that looks nice. This came in the pack of ephemera that I did, that I've used throughout the journal, And I don't know what it's meant to represent, really. I wish I did. I wish I could tell you. But I think it's pretty, and I love these colors together. So I'm going to glue her right here. She just looks so pretty. I hope you... I gotta remember to stay up here. Alright, so I'm going to... Like I said, I normally wouldn't use Fabri-Tac for this. But because this seam binding is on there, it can be a little finicky. So I'm just going to glue this down right on top of it. Hopefully I can get it centered. The best of my ability. And then this can come around. This is not centered. And tie right here. I'm mumbling, I'm sorry. I'm going to make a... This crinkle seam binding makes the best embellishments for anything you want to use it on, really. It's just so pretty. I know it's kind of shabby chic, but there. Okay, now we're going to glue this right onto the page. I'm going to bring it away from the spine a little bit. I don't mind that it hangs over the edge a bit. I should have probably trimmed this down. I kind of was planning on doing that, but then I decided not to. So I'm just, like I said, I don't mind if it hangs over the side a bit. And it's not that much. I don't even think it's a ½ inch. Alright, so again, I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac. Because this paper has a little bit of a glittery, I'm going to put some in the Fabri-Tac. I mean, some on the binding. Boy, this is stringy today. This is kind of a shiny, a little bit shiny. I don't know what you would call it. It's kind of got an opalescent quality to it. I think it's very pretty. I like to use it. Don't use it very much, though. I usually use it on my covers. My toppers. Whatever you want to call them. Okay, that's kind of centered right there. Kind of line it up with that. This paper here is more of that, of course I came over too far, so it's going to stick to everything. That ticking paper pack. Oh dear. Oh, this has got this all messed up. Maybe I'll put a piece of lace because I... Okay, and then this is untied. And you have your cute little whimsical map of Paris, or let me say, it's not really a map, it's more like highlights. So I did want to add some lace. I think I'm going to add some lace to the back of this. There, that'll be pretty. Get it out of the way. so I did pull out, I do have some laces. Let's see, what do I want to put on here, guys? This is going to be for my tie, so I'm going to pull that out right now. And this, I accidentally put, I believe this is the navy blue. I'm going to just pull that right all together. There's some black lace for the spine. This also looks like navy blue. Don't want that either. My goodness. All right, so what do I want to put down here? I want to put something it's at least this wide, because I did put glue up here, and I have a heck of a time myself personally getting glue off of the Fabri-Tac, even with an eraser. I think I'm going to use some of this. Oh, I got a mess here. Got a mess. There's no way to start the week off in a mess. I've got this. I think maybe I'll put this. Put it right down the edge. So I'm just going to cut a piece of this off. I'm sure I'll be using this again. So I'm going to make sure that I've got the right side up. It goes like this. And I want it to go right. If I can get a little bubble there, that's not good. I need to get that off of there. So I'll be glad. I'm always happy when I finish a journal, but I'll be kind of sad too, because there's just such wonderful memories for me when I think of Paris and all that embodies. No, I don't think that's the one oh, maybe it is. That way it'll kind of cover up the back of that where I made that error in judgment. Okay, trim this off. That looks like I'm going to need a little bit more glue maybe. Okay, so now that is done. All right, so let's see if there's anything else that really needs to be glued down. I did make an envelope to attach. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. I think I was going to put it back here and attach it right here. Or I could go this way with it. It doesn't matter which way, which side. think I'll go this side. So I'm going to put, I've got quite a bit. Here I didn't think I would have enough for this, and I end up with quite a little bit left. So we're just going to glue this on here. And then I'll come back. I want to put something, I want to put something on this page. Boy, my glue just doesn't want to work today. There we go. You don't have to come out that crazy. Oh my gosh, that's way too much glue. Way, way too much glue. Wouldn't come out at all, and then it pours out. Oh, that's being that PVA is being extra sticky today. It's gotta have to do with the weather. I'm not kidding you, it just has to. So this paper here came from that, I think it was the antique palette. With the 222 pages. Like I said, not all of those downloaded completely for me. I don't know if it was an error on my part or an error on, or just a fault in the image itself. Okay, so we're going to load this with some extra ephemera. Now I could have, and I have done it before, taken the envelope and just put it in one of these back pockets. But I decided to put it here. And I need to find one of the extra pages that I did not put in the journal and see. I've got 10,000,001 things on my desk, and finding just what I need is not going to be the easiest task. All right, this I can put away because I'm not going to use this again. I don't think. I might, but I don't think so. I'm going to put that behind me. And this is our ephemera for so what have I got here that I didn't put in the journal? So I really hate not to use these images, but I just could not put everything in. Well, there is this. I could just use this kind of outdoor cafe and just need to cut it down. Guess I'll just get my cutter out. Well, I could probably, oh my gosh, I'm just having all kinds of difficulties today. I am so sorry. It's because I'm not, no, it's not that I'm not organized, but I'm also, I didn't get up on the wrong side of the bed. I just had a hard time getting up this morning, and I was moving so slowly. I can't believe it. Moving so slow. And getting distracted with other things. Oh boy. Do you guys ever do that? Maybe it's just me. Probably is just me. So how wide do I want this to be? It's gonna go on this page. So it needs to, I need to take a little bit more off. Yeah, I've just been moving like at a snail's pace. Maybe you gotta speed things up here. These folks don't have all day. Okay, so maybe this will work. And just take a little bit more off the top. I do like this little cutter. I'm very glad that I got it. It really is nice to be able to pull that out and use it instead of the larger one. It's not as nice as the larger one, like the arm doesn't really stay in place. It's pretty loosey-goosey, but I can deal with that. And it, you know, my Fiskars has that nice wire that guides you right where the center is. I love that feature of that, and I miss it with this one, but I don't miss it enough to not use it. Okay, so this is a way for me to put in some of the images that I had to take out because there just wasn't enough room for more in the signature. And it is the heavier weight copy paper, the 32 pound, but it's not cardstock, so, which is fine. This is turning out to be pretty chunky though, probably more chunkier than I intended for it to be. But that's okay, right? Is that okay? I hope so. Oh, and I intended to get my bone folder out today. I don't even know it. Here's the little one. But where's the longer one? My daughter is a librarian, and she doesn't watch all my videos, but she's watched a fair amount of them. And so she asked me the other day if I use a bone to make crisp edges. She said it's a tool that librarians use when they're, you know, fixing books or for different purposes. Where is my long one? And I said, bone. I said, we use a bone folder, and I'm assuming it's the same thing. I'm sure it's the same thing. It's just how they say it. Well, it's here someplace. Something down here is hitting me in the knee. There. So below my desk, I have a little shelf down there, and I put my cutter down there, my trimmer, and a couple of other things. I have one of these little cubes, baskets, whatever you want to call them. So anyway, I learned something new from her. And in the library world, they probably use the longer one, the big one, and that's what I'm trying to find, but I can't locate it. But they just call it a bone, where we call it a bone folder. So, okay, so that's that. I don't know that I'll decorate this a whole bunch. I wouldn't mind putting something on here, but we'll come back to that. Okay, I think that's all that needed to be glued in. All right. So I think I want to do some stamping. It's got getting so kind of fat now. Some stamping on here. I'm going to use this. I rediscovered this the other day. Or do I want to use one of the Tim Holtz ones? I really like this one too. It would actually be easier to do if I do it on this side. I can put this flat. Oh, I got another piece just to slide under here. Oops, I wondered if that was going to work. All right, so I do have some stamps here. Oh my gosh. Oh, folks, I am just a mess today. Oh dear, I got ink all over myself. Luckily I didn't get it all over the journal. It just slid, when I opened it, it just slid right out of my hand. Okay. So I don't want this to be real bright, so I'm just going to use a very light hand. All right, you don't want to be there, that's okay. I can do it without you. I just want to use a very light hand because I tend to be a little heavy-handed, if the truth be known. I'm using blue because there's a lot of blue in this journal. I don't have a pink, and I thought I could try the red and see. There, that's nice. I like that. Okay. And I wanted to do some on the doily as well. And I'm going to try the red again. And we're just not going to do too much in here at all. Again, just real lightly, Maggie, light. Didn't bleed through. Do you want that to bleed through? Okay. Oh, that's too much. Too much. Take it easy here. Take it easy, Maggie. Oh, you guys, I really am sorry. There, that's kind of pretty. All right, and then I have some doily back in the back. We're going to do that one as well. Maybe I will use this one this time. And it looks like the rain has passed. I didn't check to see if it stopped in 6 minutes, but you know, I enjoy the rain and I enjoy rainstorms. When I was a kid, we lived in Hawthorne, California, and we lived not we lived I mean we lived a long ways from the ocean, although as a young, you know, like a 12, 13-year-old, you know, a couple of friends and I, we could actually walk to the beach, but you could also take the bus, which was really way more convenient. But on nights where it would storm, we lived kind of on a corner, and on nights when it was stormy, real stormy, there was a bus stop right there on that corner, and I would go out there and sit and look towards it, faced the ocean. You know, couldn't see the ocean, of course, but it faced the ocean, and watch the thunder and lightning. It was just so, I was so awed by it. You know, as a young person, sometimes it doesn't take a lot. Well, it doesn't take much to excite me anyway. So, here in Texas, when we first moved here, we thought, oh man, this is so great. Look at because we get a lot of rain in California. And not a lot, but, you know, not as much as we'd like to get, I guess, as we wanted to get. But it rained a fair amount, but we never really had thunderstorms like they do here in Texas. The problem with here that I've found in the 5 years we've been here is these storms can really get pretty violent. Now, it's not unusual for electricity to be knocked out, and you know, when you're least expecting it. And you know, if it gets too violent, they can do a lot of damage. And of course, you know, we only live about an hour from Galveston, you know, the coast, and so we're considered a high-risk area. Unfortunately, we didn't know that when we moved to this area. A high-risk area for, you know, storm damage, rain and thunder, and all of that goes with it. And like I said, had we known that, we probably wouldn't have bought. We love this house, but we probably would not have bought here because it really drives up your insurance costs so much. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to do with it. I just wanted to add a bit of color. I'm going to set these aside so I can clean them. Just put these back in here. I'm going to just set these completely aside. They need to be cleaned. But I still do like the rain and the thunderstorms. I really do. I don't, I've got red ink all over my fingers. I really don't want to give them anything else. So I'm just going to get a wet wipe. But this one came and went pretty quickly. I know my daughter and her husband were thinking about going to my husband's gravesite today. I don't know if they're still planning on it or not. I haven't spoken to her this morning yet. But it's so hot here. Okay. So other than putting some lace in here, and I don't want lace to go on every page. You know, I think what we'll do is we'll do the cover next and get that out of the way. I still need to put some beads on here, but I probably will do that off camera. And I really haven't made any dangles for this journal, but I think I've made, when I was just sitting and making some, I think I have a couple that might work good in here. So let's turn this like this. And the first thing that I need to do is cut me a nice long piece of ribbon that will tie in a decent bow. See. 1, 2, 3. I need one more. 4. I think I'm just gonna go crazy here and cut a long, long piece off. It's gonna be glued down and I can't go back and add more. And probably what I'll do, I have some fray check. I didn't cut that straight, but I'll be trimming it again. I have some fray check, so I'll probably be putting that on the ends of this because I never used this before and I don't know. Oh, I probably went overboard, but I'd rather go over than not have enough. So this will be glued down when I do my lace down. Once I know I'm in the center, I will probably just tack it down. I do have this handy dandy 0 ruler. This should be the center right here, but I very well could have been off, so I want it to be 0 right here. Is it? So it's about 4 1/2. That is not 0. It's too much. Four and a half. Well, it's not too bad. The 0 is right about here. I wasn't too far off. Now, I know a lot of people do their covers first, but in general I don't, because I don't know. I gotta wait and kind of see what happens with the journal, what I want to put on the cover. So while I do give it some thought before I start, or when I'm starting, I don't give it a lot of thought. I put more of my energy into, figuring the journal out. Okay, so I'm going to put this lace down here next just to hold this in place for the time being. Now, this isn't fantastic lace, it's cheap lace. But I don't think it matters when we're putting it on a journal. I really don't. I don't worry about that. And yes, I did get this from Temu a long time ago. That is the place to find reasonably priced laces and trims. But I don't know about now with the import taxes and all. So we're just going to go with what we've got here. Now this is really hard to tell the front and the back, and I often cannot tell. I don't know. I really don't know. All right, so let me put some glue down here. Oh dear, I don't want that. I'm just going to spread it out here anyway. Now Fabri-Tac does dry clear, but like in the case of when I glued that fold down, it if you get it where I put too much, I put glue where I really didn't want it. I just wasn't paying any attention, and so I ended up getting it. That's why I had to put the lace to kind of cover it up. And I've learned that even though it dries clear, you still can see it when it dries. And it's not all that attractive. Something just fell down here. Oh, my scissors, a pair of my scissors. Thank goodness they didn't stab me in the leg. That's just kind of how things are going for me today. Oh, man. It's got to get better. I keep waiting every minute here for... There's not a thing in the world wrong with me. My father-in-law would have called it flujeta, I think. I don't know what that means in Spanish, but I can just hear him saying that. Usually meant you were being lazy, but I'm not being... Well, maybe I am being lazy. You move pretty slowly when you're being lazy, right? Maybe I'm just being lazy today. Okay, so I do want to glue these edges down. I've not glued them down in some instances, and I've been sorry because then they stick out. Maybe I'll just put it on the lace itself. Now I know this is longer than the book is, but I will trim it off in due time. I need a little spatula, but I don't have one. So I've been thinking about my journal that I'm going to make. I don't want to say it's to honor my husband, and it's certainly not meant to be a memorial, but it's going to be more of a journal of memories about him, I guess. Things when I think of him that evoke certain images or certain memories. And I told my daughters to do the same thing. You know, I want to know when they think of their father, what memories or what words come to their mind. So I'm hoping and praying that that's how it will go. I'm really looking forward to doing it. But I want to do it justice because I want them to have it, and I want their children to have access to it. I mean, they're not going to know exactly who he was by that, but at least they'll know something about him, especially the youngest one, my little granddaughter here. I mentioned this the other day. It seems to put an extra burden on me that I don't mind it, but it's there nonetheless, that I'm her only grandparent. Okay, now where are my pieces? I probably could add some bling throughout the journal, but you know, lately I haven't been using a lot of bling. Maybe it was because on a couple of the journals that I had worked on, bling just wasn't appropriate for them really. So I kind of got out of the habit. But I do have quite a few things here. These are bows. I have some butterflies. Sorry for the crinkle. I'm sorry. Just trying to find what I'm looking for. Here's some pink flowers. Oh, here's the butterflies. I wish I had those in different colors, but sadly I just have the white ones. Here's some pretty little bows. Well, I do have some pink ones, but they're not as big. We definitely don't want green. You do not want green, and this should go with the ribbons. It shouldn't be in there. Let's see if I can find some more of those colored butterflies. I've got pearls. I've got some sparkly things. Here's some more butterflies. Some more butterflies. This shouldn't be in there either. Okay, so I got a little bit more out than I need to have out. So let's just see what we can do with what we've got here. Just see what we can do. Crash landed on the floor, sorry. Oh my goodness. After I finish this journal, I need to do another thorough cleaning on my desk. I've got way too much stuff on my desk. Okay. So, I'm gonna move my tea out of the way. All right, so this is going to go in here like this. It'll be centered. I'd like to use my little pop-up things, but I don't want to hunt for them, and I really don't know where they're at. My intention was to keep that kind of stuff close hand. Oh, maybe here, there's some more blingy things. And you know, maybe we'll use some of this bling. But apparently I didn't do that. I may have told myself that, but I didn't do it. Alright, so what do we want to start with here? These are really hair clips. You know, they go in your hair like this, but what I've done in the past when I've used these is I've torn this right off of here. And do I want to use one of these with this journal? Might be pretty, huh? Okay, before I tear it apart, I'm just going to place it down. Place a couple down and see how I like it. I think I like the pink one better. So that's a maybe. And I do have these pretty white butterfly, this pretty white butterfly that's actually two butterflies in one. I just have this butterfly trim. No, these are the same. that's my little itty bitty one, the Pomeranian. That cough just, oh, it just gets to me. Well, do I want to use white or pink? I have this pretty bow trim. Wow, decisions. Probably pulled out way too much. If I wouldn't have pulled out all of this, then I wouldn't be tempted by it. Yeah, sometimes less is better, less is more. So these are pretty flowers. Something else I haven't made in a long time are tassels, and tassels really seem so intimidating to me. When I first started watching junk journals, and I put them out of my mind like other things to do because it just seemed too fiddly. But then I sat down one day and decided I want this journal to have a tassel, so I started making one. And after I made a couple, I found a quicker and easier way to do it. So now, once I get decided on what I want for a tassel, I can pretty much make it in 15 minutes or so. Now, it might take me a little longer now because it's actually been a few months since I've made a tassel. And I'm not going to make one for this journal, although it could probably use one. I don't know. This is not going to be easy, friends. Not going to be easy. I do like these ones. Oh, come on, unfold. These are meant to be kind of three-dimensional in a way. See, the only thing about this illustration I don't like is these birds. Maybe only one bird, one butterfly. Wait, oh, it has a black butterfly. I didn't know I had that one. I didn't know I had this little one. Oh, this is actually a three-dimensional one too. Maybe that would be pretty. Excuse me, somebody is trying to text me. I need to make sure it's not an emergency or something. Maybe I need a small. I don't have two of the little black ones. I have a pink one. I kind of like them because they're not quite so big. I think they need to go more. I don't know. I wish I could have you tell me what you thought. I need somebody else's opinion. Oh gosh, I'm dropping butterflies all over the place and flowers and hearts. Mercy sakes. I do really like these flowers, but I like these better. Maybe put one here. Oops, this is upside down. They're also kind of three-dimensional. And one over here. Let me cut these off. After I put my scissors above the sword. Oh. Okay, so I dropped my little Tim Holtz scissors down there. And I do love these scissors. They're great for fussy cutting, but I do notice that they make my fingers kind of hurt after I use them if I'm like just sitting down and fussy cutting. Oh, I don't know. Maybe if I just get the main piece down, then I can. There's a dark pink butterfly. All right, I know I'm kind of talking to myself. I'm just kind of talking out loud. And that's very impolite. And I'm very sorry. I left part of my heart in Paris. I don't know. No. Oh my word. Maggie, Maggie, Maggie. Okay, so I think I did not find my pop dots, so I guess I'm not going to use them. Let's set these aside and let's get this glued down. I'm just really going to try to eyeball this. Maybe I better do this piece first. No, I think I'll do this piece first. Well, it seems our rain has passed for now, which is either good or bad. All right, so let's see how big this guy is. It's 5 inches. So my center needs to be at 2.5 and 1. That's not where I want to be. 2.5. So is this 6 inches? No, it's 7 inches. No wonder. This math isn't mathin'. So I'm just going to mark this the best way I can. I'll put a little hole right there because it's going to be covered up. There, that kind of marks the center. Just one general idea. All right, so oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? Come on, lady. What's the program here? I would do this video over again, but I wouldn't be able to really. And so there's my little center. Actually, usually I'm pretty good at getting my toppers centered pretty well. Okay, so like I said, I would like to use the little pop dots with these, but I really don't know where they are, and I don't want to take the time to look for them. I should have done that beforehand. But I think it'll be fine without it. Sometimes I use them and sometimes I don't. Sometimes they seem to make a difference, and other times they don't. So it's a toss-up for me how much I like them. They probably are not my favorite things to use, so that's why I don't use them that much. Because usually I don't get a very good effect from it. And again, that's probably... Okay, so right as I was gluing this on, I heard my camera turn off, and I looked up, and when I turned it back on, it was saying battery exhausted, which doesn't make any sense to me because that battery was on the charger all night, and it said it was charged. So, you know, I'm just not sure what I want to do with this. I'm very, very undecided. I'm not so sure I want a black butterfly on there. I do kind of like the pink one a little bit better. But I'm not all that crazy about that either. And since I'm so undecided about it, I think I'm going to move on because I'm just moving at a true snail's pace here, and I'm sorry for y'all. So let's just go back through here and see where we can maybe add some lace to some of these pages. Maybe this page. Sometimes I like to put them where there's a pocket. When I am all done with this, all these laces will be put back in their homes to await the start of another journal that I don't know what I'm going to need. I guess it doesn't matter. It's the same. I thought I had some off-white lace, but I don't, so. Although this is awfully wide. Now I did acquire these laces on Amazon as well. Not Amazon, but on Temu. I've had them for a long time. I kind of collected them over the year that I started junk journaling. And they were so... Temu is truly a great place to find laces and trims. Very reasonable. Very, very reasonable. And when you're on a budget, that's what you're looking for, is reasonable. And I do think that they sell this. This came in like a pack. It was wrapped, several laces like this, and they're wrapped around a card. And they're very pretty. They're like a crocheted lace. Kind of vintagey looking in the style of them. And you got quite a bit, not yards and yards, but you did get a sufficient amount because I've been using them. Maybe not this this much, but I certainly have used them. And now I will look on Amazon for them because I really like them. They're not too wide and the colors are muted. But I don't know if I can find them for one thing, and I don't know how they're listed. And I don't know how expensive they would be. All right. So that's got that little edging on it. Probably put a little something. Let me go to the back. The back doesn't seem to have anything. Oh, and I still do want to decorate this page, which I will probably put another page that I didn't have in the journal. I'll probably put in there. So I'm just going to add some more lace. I'm not sure, before my battery died, how long I had been on here. And I'm so sorry for mumbling to myself so much and not quite being, this one can use some lace. Not quite being as talkative and what have you. So once I put some laces on some of these pages, I think I'm gonna call this a video. And I will decide what I want to do with the rest of my topper and decorate that one page that has the envelope on it. And then stuff that envelope. And when I do my final flip through. Although I think we will, when I'm done, when I do this, I think we will draw out my next journal. I know I'm going to be working on the one for my husband. I started talking about that before. I don't know if I finished my thought or if I got distracted. But I started collecting some things from that. The only printables that I might use are probably maybe some background papers and maybe also some masculine kind of fussy cuts if I can find them, but I don't think there'll be any actual pages other than, like I said, just background papers if I don't have what I want. This could probably use something else. Here, we could use some here. I have some blue. I put every color in my other blue basket over here, and I didn't. Folks, I am not happy with myself today. Not in the least am I happy with myself. I like this too. I got this off of Temu. I'm not going to lie about it. And I've bought it in several colors. I really enjoy it. Now this I have seen on Amazon. And, but it was a great deal more expensive. Quite a bit more. And I like it because it's already got, it's self-adhesive, you know, it's got the sticky on it already, which is really nice. And it does come in a variety of colors, I can tell you. So if you've not used this, you can find it on Amazon. And I don't know how expensive it is on Amazon because I have not priced it in a while. I haven't purchased any from Amazon actually, but as I run out, I'm probably going to have to. I mean, I purchase a lot from Amazon anyway. Okay, so I just wanted some laces kind of coming, and I think I may actually have enough. Or maybe it needs something kind of in the middle, towards the middle. This could use some lace. And I hate using this because I have such a little bit left, but you know, you got to use what you got. You really do. And quit worrying about that. And this is going to have to be trimmed off, but I'll trim that later. Okay, so now let's see. This could certainly use something. I guess I could put a piece across this belly band. Maybe I will. Maybe I will, by golly. Put a little piece of something there. I think this is a pretty little lace. See, it's crocheted. It looks crocheted. I'm sure it's probably not crocheted, but probably done on a machine. And I was thinking about putting lace along some of the sides, but I don't think I'm going to do that now. I'll come back and trim that. Okay, now I would like to put some down the sides, but I don't think I will. I think I'm just going to wait. So I'm going to get off of here from now. I've let this drag on too long because like I said, I'm moving at a snail's pace. But when you see this the next time, I'm not going to do another video for it. because it's, for all practical purposes, it's pretty much done. And of course I did cut too much ribbon. And I'm not a very good bow maker, even though I had 2 daughters that I dressed in little frilly dresses. I can fix that. So I do want to add more up here, but I don't know what, and this lace is not straight on here. No, that looks terrible. I'm gonna have to fix this for sure. I do have a lot of this lace, so I can just start with a new piece. So far this is what we've got. This still needs some, and by golly, this is crooked. Well, it's been kind of a crooked day for me. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I can fix this. I might be able to. Yeah, I might be able to peel it off. All right, well, I should get a start on it because I don't want it to be so dry that I can't move it. So it appears it's just going to pop right off, which is either a good thing or a bad thing. Okay, and I'm gonna level this. I'm gonna use my little, because I'm apparently not in a straight mood today. So I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna fix the lace. I'm going to put the rest of these little bits of ephemera, as I put things away, put the little bits of ephemera in that envelope, and trim my lace where it needs to be trimmed. And I want to put another page, another picture, another image on that one page where the pocket is. So, oh, thank you. I'm so glad it came off easily. All right, so we can fix this. It's no big deal. I thank you so much. If you stuck with me through this whole video, I really appreciate and love you for it. This has been a long, I don't even think it's been all that long. I hope it hasn't been an hour, but I don't know for sure. But if you manage to stick with me, believe me, I love you for it. And I apologize for my slow, I don't know. It's just been one of those mornings for me. I mean, I'm perfect. Like I said, I'm perfectly fine. I'm certainly not ill or have anything going on. But for whatever reason, I'm just moving in slow motion today. I guess we all do that sometimes, but I don't mind it if I'm not doing anything, but when I'm trying to make a video, yeah, it doesn't go well. So anyway, thank you for watching this video. I hope that you'll like and subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Those mean a lot. And just have a wonderful rest of your week. Take care of yourself. Oh, before I go, I do want to draw my next journal. I've got this little thing here. So I don't know. I used up all my little baskets. So I dug this out, this little metal thing here. So, oh gosh, let me mix these up a little bit better. So I really want to do that black and white journal, but I just have a feeling that that's not going to be the one to come out. And yes, I did lose my little strips again that I thought I knew exactly where they were at, and they weren't there. So, all right, let's see, what have we got? We've got the nurse journal, so I'm going to work on a nurse journal next. I'll pull out the original one that I made, and I'll share that. And there's probably a lot of pieces of ephemera that I can use for that as well. So we'll put that, we'll start that probably in a few days after I get this one completed. So thank you again. Thank you. And please have a good rest of your day. God bless you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.